Hello everyone! The new Structure Deck Cybernetic successor is finally here, and I think it would be wonderful if we could build a deck with just 3 copies of the Structure Deck and then take it to ranked to see if it is strong enough to contend with the meta. This is the deck list I will be taking to ranked, and if you are pausing the video to copy the deck list, maybe consider subscribing while you're at it. Anyway, as you can see, all cards are from the Structure Deck and not a single gem or crafting material has been spent other than buying 3 copies of the Structure Deck for exactly 1500 gems. For those of you who do want to learn how to play it, let me tell you the main objective of the deck, then talk about the goals of each individual card. And after that, I'll show you some ranked gameplay. Let's get in. So the main objective of the deck is to summon Cyber Dart and Dragon, which can be special summoned by attributing 1 level 10 or lower Cyber Dart fusion monster equipped with Cyber and Dragon. So, we need to get 5 Cyber Dart monsters to the graveyard, so that when we summon Cyber Dart Chimera and use its effect to add a power bond to our hand, we can banish those Cyber Dart monsters from our graveyard and summon Cyber Darkness Dragon, which will equip Cyber and Dragon from the graveyard and then summon Cyber Dart and Dragon. For that, we are going to need the card Cybernetic Horizon, which sends 1 monster from hand, 1 from deck, in order to send the Cyber Dart and Dragon to the graveyard and add a card from your deck to your hand. This can be searched with Cyber Dart Claw. Cyber Dart Claw can be searched with Cyber Dart Realm, which can also be searched by Cyber Dragon Core. So there's a lot of searching going on there. When activating Horizon, we want to send Chimera and Hearth to the graveyard, where Chimera allows us to send another Cyber Dart from our deck to the graveyard, and then Hearth will add Cyber Dragon to our hand, which has other applications. For Deadin Core, we can use Emergency or Repair Plant depending on if we had to go through Horizon first, and Cannon is really useful for getting more Cyber Darts in the graveyard, and it can be used to search Cyber Dart Chimera as well, or just any other Cyber Dart if we need more names in order to summon the Cyber Darkness Dragon. We have Cyber Dart Invasion and Cybernetic Overflow for Disruption after summoning Cyber Dart and Dragon, as they are searchable, especially the Cyber Dart Invasion, which can be useful to protect our monsters. And if they do Kaiju over the Cyber Dart and Dragon, we can use Cyber Eternal to special summon back the Cyber Darkness Dragon, which will once again equip the Cyber and Dragon to itself and summon another Cyber Dart and Dragon. So Cyber Eternal is a good combat card as well. If you do want to make some changes, I would consider maybe taking out some of the Cyber Repair Plants, as it requires a Cyber Dragon in your graveyard to be able to activate it, and Cyber Eternal is a bit of an optional card and you should maybe play one of it. Attachment Cyburn is also okay at most, and adding Cyber Dragons to your hand is nice with this version of the deck, but in a more meta version, maybe not. Now with that, let's jump into some ranked games and see how it fares. We are doing first still, which is something you really want to do at all times available. We are going to start by normal summoning Cyber Dragon Core and adding the Cybernetic Horizon to our hand. Then we're going to use Cyber Emergency to add a Hearth to our hands, so that when we use the Cybernetic Horizon we will have a card to discard. We will use Cyber Dart Realm to get Cyber Dart Cannon to our hands, and using its effect we will get Cyber Dart Edge just to get more names into the rotation. Now we can use Horizon, send Hearth and Chimera to the graveyard to add a Chimera, and then send a Cyber Dart and Dragon into the graveyard. We will chain our Chimera effect and Hearth effect. We shall get a Cyber Dart to our deck to the graveyard and add a Cyber Dragon from our deck to our hand. Then we can use Cyber Dart Realm's effect to normal summon Chimera, which will discard the spell and add a power bond to our hand. We did that because now we can use materials from our graveyard by banishing them as well. So we will use 5 Cyber Dart monsters in order to fusion summon Cyber Darkness Dragon. Cyber Darkness Dragon on summon activates its effect to get Cyber Dart and Dragon, and when Cyber and Dragon is equipped to it, we can special summon the Cyber Dart and Dragon. When Cyber Dart and Dragon is summoned, we can equip a material to it, and at the end phase we will take 2000 damage because of Power Bond. Our opponent is going to start with a Magical Mallet to reshuffle their hand. It appears that they are playing an OTK deck, but they haven't really found anything that they wanted to. However, they will be able to find the Gamma Seal, which is going to get over our Cyber Dart and Dragon. We can still trigger Hearth in the graveyard to get another Cyber Dragon into our hand, but they will use Ash Blossom to stop that. They are then going to activate MSD to destroy our Cyberdeath realm, which will stop us from double normal summoning, but it's not that big of a deal. They can now summon another Kaiju, go into battle and hit over our Kaiju. Although with 2 Cyber Dragon names on the field and in the hand with a power bond, it is looking pretty good. And then we're going to draw Cyberdeath Kill, and summon it, activate this effect in order to bait something from the opponents, and they sure do. They're going to activate Infinite Impermanence, which is going to negate our monster, but now they don't have any more interruption to stop us from activating Power Bond. We are going to fuse Cyber Dragon Core with the Cyber Dragon in order to summon Cyber Twin Dragon with double attack points. They'll just go into battle and hit twice with Cyber Twin Dragon, which is going to be closing the game. Now we're back with the deck, and I do have to warn you, don't actually take this one to ranked. Sure, it can win, and actually almost 90% of the games I was able to summon Cyberdeath and Dragon on my first turn, but the problem is it didn't win me any games at all. At every single game it either got Kaiju'd or my opponent was playing Burned and I died anyway, and although a 5000 unaffected monster is really cool, realistically, it is not going to win many games against meta decks. However, it is really still fun to experiment with, and I'm sure this deck can be improved even further if we played more staples and hand traps in order to stop our opponent from defeating our Cyberdeath and Dragon. Overall, I would highly recommend everyone to try it, considering its cost is exactly 1500 gems and absolutely nothing else, and you are 100% guaranteed to get exactly what you're buying for that cost, which is excellent. I hope you have fun playing this deck, and thank you so much for watching the video. I will see you in another video.